Hello everybody and welcome to Gene's Reviews from a regular dude, where I do trailer reactions, I react to YouTube videos, I review YouTube channels, occasionally I'll review a movie, but really, I just do whatever the hell I want. Hello everybody and welcome to Gene's Reviews from a regular dude, down in the basement. Have you ever had one of those days that you wish you could just erase? Well, this is people having a bad day at work. I've had a couple of those. I've told before, but I'll tell them again later on in the video. Let's start with this one right here.
A bad day for a delivery guy.
Oh, okay. His truck's running away from him.
Hello guys, I am Zoro, and today I'm going to show you funny videos of people having a bad day at work. And I hope that this video will brighten your day and put a smile on your face. Alright, let's start. This was the moment he gave up on this
Seen
job.
this one. And I've done this before. Not in a restaurant, but like at home.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer every night.
You know, all the serving jobs that I've had and everything, I never spilled on a customer. Pretty lucky.
A very sad moment caught on camera.
Okay, I'll clean it up later.
So sorry, I'm really sorry.
I actually feel bad for him. He looks so defeated.
When you mess up in the exact moment your boss walks in.
It's an ice machine.
When you don't do your calculations right.
Uh-oh. You can't hold that back, it's too heavy. And then he didn't put the parking brake on the forklift. Oh man, this guy's having no luck at all.
When it's your first day at your new job and you start meeting weird customers.
Her reaction's great. Freaking
Trying
weirdo.
to make a coffee at work.
Watch that again. She was trying really, really hard not to burn herself.
Trying to make a coffee at work. Expectations versus reality. Falling asleep at work. The Prime Minister of Canada trying to make friends.
Trudeau.
Oops. Why, hello there.
An accidental face reveal. The panic of the French Vice Minister after she realizes that she forgot her mask in the
Seen
car.
this one too.
This show ended faster than expected.
Oh, he hit himself.
A sad story.
Uh-oh.
His face says it all.
I've never thought of doing that.
Young teacher problems.
Where's your hall pass? I work here. You have a hall pass? I work here. I have hall duty.
When you choose to stand in the wrong spot.
Right in front of Putin. He's not gonna like that. Here, move over here. You're not important.
Scheduling a bike race on a windy day.
I've been in some pretty big windstorms, but I don't think like that.
And this man decided to sell airbeds on the very wrong day.
Wow.
I don't know what he was trying to do, but he did not solve the problem.
You can't stop it with your hands. Oh, man. In that situation, best thing to do is right there. Just run.
Another man giving up on his job.
This is that one at the beginning, isn't it? No. Trying to talk himself through it.
I'm good. Yes, ma'am. Oh my God.
Accidentally destroying hours worth of work.
Oh, so disappointing. And the person who did it probably feels like,
It could have been worse if she wasn't wearing a bra.
wow. That porcupine just got her.
When a dog ruins your job.
See this?
Construction
gated it
workers
off.
helping a kangaroo out of a ditch.
Right back in.
A story that no one would believe. Huh?
On that one, I wonder if the guy driving the car trained that monkey to do that.
He finally finished his job and it's time to go to sleep.
Well, the shovel's right there handy for you at least. Close the door too loud. Yep.
And let's end the video with this clip. This is probably the most embarrassing arrest I've ever seen. And this was all for today. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. And I hope
Yeah, that... Okay, the bad days I've had, I can think of a couple. I used to drive what was called, we called it a shuttle truck. And it would back trailers into the dock at a meat packing plant. And I backed a trailer load of swinging meat, sides of beef, into the door to be unloaded. And, or actually to be loaded. It was an empty trailer to be loaded. And the way you backed it in, it was on a hill. So you'd have to back it in like this and go down the hill into the dock. So they called me to pull it out because they had loaded it. So I went over there, pulled up, backed in underneath it, raised it up, rolled up, or didn't roll up the landing gear because you raised it up, hooked up the air hoses and everything, pulled out just a little bit because you want to close the doors before you pull out and turn because it makes it more sturdy. And I went back to close the doors on it and they wouldn't meet. And it wasn't the company I worked for, it wasn't their trailer, it was a carrier who was coming to pick up some meat, but they wouldn't meet. They was off like probably that far, quite a ways. I couldn't lift the door up enough to get it latched. So I got back in the truck and I lowered it down as much as I could so that it wouldn't be too wobbly. And as I pulled out and turned, I saw the trailer start to tip. And as it did, I went over to try and hit the lever to lower it down all the way so it didn't tip over. But my hand slipped off of it and I felt the truck rock. And I grabbed the steering wheel and it took the truck into a wheelie, slammed it down on its side. So I went down, the trailer went down, everything. The loading crew had to come out and unload. I had to crawl out this little sliding window on the side of the truck. I could barely fit through it. I felt like the inside of my right leg was on fire. I couldn't figure out what was wrong. And I pulled up my pant leg and a massive bruise was forming. I mean, I've never seen anything like it before in my life. All the way from almost my groin all the way down to my ankle was just completely black on the inside of my right leg. And they came and took pictures of the trailer and everything, the people at work. And I ended up not getting in any trouble for it because the trailer on the back was rusted out in the corners. So it was a bad trailer. It shouldn't have even been on the road. So when I pulled it out and made the turn and all that meat shifted, what it did was it took it like an accordion and it just went over. Got out of work for like one day because of my leg. Was back to work after that. Another one that I had that was a really bad day was the same company. They had what's called tallow, and basically what that is the animal fat liquefied, and they load it into tankers. And I used to once or twice a week take a tanker about an hour away from where I lived to a dog food plant, and they'd use it to cook the dog food and mix in with the dog food and everything. And I hooked up all the hoses once I got there, and I couldn't get any of the tallow to come out, and I couldn't figure out what was going on. I had the pump on, I had the valve open, everything should have been pumping out, had the hoses connected right and everything. So I closed the valve, turned the pump off, took the hose off, took a big pipe out of the truck and was like digging all this dried tallow out of the pipe. And I figured, oh, it was plugged up. That's what was keeping it coming out. And then all of a sudden it went, sucked that pipe in there, and I pulled it out, and all this tallow just come rushing out. And it's really hot, because they liquefy. It's Crisco basically, and so it's hitting me, and I'm trying to put the cap on. I'm trying to close the valve tighter, and nothing's working. I finally got it done. I called my boss and told him what had happened, and he freaked out. He had me take the trailer, because I weighed it beforehand. Had me take the trailer down the street to the scale and weigh it again, and we had lost 10,000 pounds of tallow in the street before I could get the cap on and everything to where I could get it sealed so it didn't run out anymore. And so that was in Ogden, Utah. And the company I worked for had to pay Ogden, Utah a bunch of money to clean the sewers because it all ran down into the sewers. And I thought, well, that's it. I'm done. I'm fired. And the next morning, he called me up at home laughing. My boss did, and had me come in. I walked in there, and he pulled out from the drawer of his desk a spray nozzle. Whoever had washed the tanker out before I took it had dropped a spray nozzle in there and left it there, so it fell right in the hole where when you close the valve, it left it open about that much. And that spray nozzle was bent like a horseshoe because I had been cranking on it trying to get that valve closed. So what happened is that liquid ran down in through the pipe, hardened up. The stuff behind it was still liquid. And then when I broke that loose, that's all she wrote. There was nothing I could have done. So I got out of that one. I was okay. So I've had some bad days. That's just a couple. I've had a lot. But let's do a joke. When ordering food at a restaurant, I asked the waiter how they prepare their chicken. He said, nothing special. We just tell them they're going to die. Thank you, everybody. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hashtag Mean Gene, all that fun stuff. And if you like this video, tell all your friends, leave a comment down below. And if you didn't like it, then just shut up. And I will see you next time.